What's up everyone? Dr. Grant here. Gonna kind of go through a workout here, marathon prep, but also golf kind of fitness as well, keeping in shape for that. And so a lot of it's kind of mobility work, activation work, strength work, some progression work for different adaptations of the tissue that I want to have as the marathon kind of approaches in October. So a big piece to this is gonna be the mobility work. Prior to working some strength, here I'm gonna kind of work through some adductor rock backs. Key here is to kind of keep the hips tall, chest a little lower than the hips, back flat as we kind of rock backwards in this motion here. Trying to work the groin, but also that hip joint. It's gonna be important before we do some squats here. And then kind of working into a flow of a side rocker where you're trying to open up the hip, stay square. A little bit of stretch in the down leg, but also stretch into the leg going out to the side. You can take a kettlebell here and kind of work that motion as well. Really great warm-up routine to get yourself ready for the workout. So we have the glute here. Kind of take a lacrosse ball to that. We're gonna roll over into that, kind of spend a little bit of time there. A lot of different points here that you can work on, important for running, but also for golf as well. Lateral hip, glute med, kind of hip rotators, glute max, piriformis. All those muscles are gonna be problematic if you don't work on them. Key here though is you wanna work on them, but you also need to then activate afterwards. Now we're gonna have the groin here, little adductor. This is a fun one, ouchie. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, so mileage, this week we're looking at about 32, 33 miles that we're gonna be running. It's gonna be fun. And so you really gotta take care of your body through that as well. So a little upper body here as well, a little reach out, a little lat stretch. Using that foam roller to kind of assist with that reach. Kind of keeping that engaged as I kind of roll out a little side bend into that side to really open up that side. So now I'm gonna kind of work through some stability progressions, foot ankle arch, pronation, control, hinge, to march, hinge to hip extension. Taking your time here, really controlling it from the foot and the hip here. And then working some anti-rotational stability of the hip. On my outside foot, and I'm just kind of reaching back, keeping my foot planted, making sure I'm loading my hip. If I had a belt buckle on, I want to face in my knee. And really try to stay stacked over that and hold for time there. And then kind of working through some pogos, right? Double leg catch. Work on that foot control, as well as not just landing outside of foot, but kind of having that big toe involved as well. So kind of working on that elasticity, coil, recoil. All right, here we go. We're gonna get perch set up. Right now I have a goal of 0.7 to 1 meter per second on the back squat here. 135 for warm up. We're connected. It's gonna tell us some good information. Let's warm up. I'm thinking about kind of breaking the bar, brace, breathe, pull the bar, kind of exploding the way up. All right, so we got 225 on the bar. Still the goal of that speed, strength speed. It's gonna be a little tougher. I might be at the very bottom end of this. Gonna go for 4x4. Nice and easy. Not going super heavy, at least for me. So breathe, brace, pull the bar, and we're going down. So we're just at the bottom end of that range. It's all right. So the back squat, when done rightly, can be super, super beneficial for strength gains, for running, for the golf course. It's really reflective of a lot of different strength outputs, power outputs, specifically for golf too. It's gonna have a big impact on the force output and your speed with your golf swing. So this might be a little different than probably a bench press variation that you've seen. We're gonna do a variation where you're kind of in a bridge and working bench press here. So the goal isn't to go super heavy, but it's to work also that hip extension, the core stability, and that push power. That's gonna be important for golf. So I'm not just training for one, I'm training for both. So here we go, a little warm up. Fulcrum here is bottom of shoulder, just below bottom of shoulder blades. On rack, stabilizing through glutes, core is engaged. Still having an arc with the press. So it's a J-shaped arc. Can't mess that up because that's gonna be super important for the health and longevity of your shoulders. All right, so we got 185 on there. Let's move this. I want to do a variation of both legs or kind of single leg variation. Now, where you would want to start with this is not with the bar. You'd certainly want to do it with dumbbells first. So making sure I'm in a good position, locking in core, not using the back. Screw that shoulder in. So in between these sets too, good opportunity to kind of work on the adductors through this Copenhagen side plank. You're just gonna kind of hold for time, trying to get that hip tall, obliques engaged, making sure you're not getting too much hamstring here. But I am feeling it. 30 miles last week, feeling it right now. Ay, ay, ay. Let's go one more, come on. One more, because that was weak. That was super weak. Great for shoulder stability. Make sure that shoulder's in a good position here as you do it. Here we go. Screwing those shoulders in, making sure we're getting good position with the scaps, shoulder blades, kind of squishing an orange in the armpit, engaging abs. Single leg, here we go. Oh yeah, that's tough. Yeah. Now we have some heel raises, calf raises in this back foot elevated position. Really working the soleus here. Taking your time through it, not trying to rush. The soleus here is crucial for the strength that you need for running, but also for force output, even with golf. It's not an easy one. A lot of people will have a hard time with soleus. It's one of the more undertrained muscles. And then here, some long leg hamstring marches. So legs are out pretty far, bridge up, march. Oh, my hamstring's gonna go. They are, hiya. That's from all that running last week, but really, here I am marching with my hands, kind of funny. Oh, the key here is you wanna feel it in the back, right? So core stays engaged, and it's just a small lift up off the ground. You wanna march from here, perfectly fine. But super hamstring work. Really important for running and for just longevity as a whole.